Hey Bills Mafia, March is Women's History Month, and we're celebrating the month by interviewing various powerful women who are connected to the Bills in various ways. Today we've got Phoebe Schecter joining us, an NFL analyst for Sky Sports and a global flag football ambassador. Phoebe, thank you so much for joining us from across the pond.
Thank you so much for having me. And I feel so humbled to still be associated with the Bills and to be able to still have these connecting moments. So thank you so much. And it's been amazing to see what you've done over the years from when I left to now you're just running the show, basically.
Phoebe, it's been amazing to see what you've done since leaving the Bills. Let's start right there. You're living in London right now. What has you busy across the pond?
Oh my goodness, what doesn't have me busy right now? It's been phenomenal, really. The growth of flag football is just taking off time and time again. I mean, we're talking about having 8 international games, which is incredible, from the UK to Ireland to first year we're going to Spain and then Berlin and Germany as well. And next year having it in Australia, it's amazing. Also working with NFL Flag over here as the international home markets are looking to grow and starting up more female specific programs, running camps and clinics, so I still get to coach. I'm still playing for Great Britain, so I'm going to the World Games hopefully this summer in Chengdu in China to compete. I mean, I feel like the list is endless, but I just feel so fortunate to be a part of this incredible sport that is just booming.
Yeah, booming is the right word to use for that, because it seems like you're going here, there, and everywhere to help grow the game of football. Let's talk about flag football specifically. You're the global flag football ambassador, and we've seen this game grow so much. You spoke about the Olympics. How have you seen the game of flag football grow as it relates to women and their involvement in it?
It's been pretty incredible. And I think back to 2017 when I was in 2018 when I was with you guys and Preston and the community team and Meg putting on the events and having girls flag football there. And I think we had maybe 6 teams. And now, even in Buffalo alone, we've quadrupled that, right? So you look at the growth of flag football, and it's definitely been driven by women and girls in sport, from the literal element of getting it to the Olympics, but the fact that now it's going to be a Division 1 sport, it's on the books for making that happen. You can get scholarships to play in college, NAIA, JUCO, and getting it state sanctioned across America is phenomenal. We've got 12 already sanctioned. That's getting even more all the time, but it's truly been a sport that's been so embraced by everybody. And, it's the connection point for a lot of people to be able to play the sport that they love to watch on Sundays.
I say this all the time. I wish I was growing up right now and in high school right now, because then I could play the sport and maybe even play it in college. But I used to play it for fun after school with the boys in middle school, and now it's a sport you can actually play in, which I think is so cool. You mentioned you play for Britain. What's your position?
So I'm a center for Great Britain. So within flag football, the center is an eligible receiver. So once you snap the ball, you are out there running routes. And I've loved it, honestly. I think I think about flag football as really a gateway also to tackle football, because essentially you're just working on your fundamentals: catching, throwing, flag pulling, which is more your tackle side in terms of angles. I feel like it's truly made me a better, more well-rounded athlete.
You mentioned that you were a coaching intern for the Bills during the 2018-2019 season. What did you love most about your time in Buffalo?
Oh my gosh, there are so many things, but I always will remember just showing up to work every single day, wanting to be great for myself, but more so wanting to be great for everyone around me. I mean, you know what it's like there, Maddy. Everybody in that building pulled together. That 1/11th literally goes through people's veins. And I think it's the true appreciation. I'll always remember Coach McDermott, walking through the hallways and picking up a sticker off the floor, or, he really feels like that's his home. And I think to be around someone who just values every single person within an organization is really quite special.
All right, what excites you for the Bills in their 2025 season that's just around the corner?
Well, first off, a huge congratulations to Josh Allen,
Woo!
MVP, getting engaged, and then an incredible extension. I mean, that's phenomenal, just breaking records on and off the field, as we love to see from him. But, what I feel so fortunate was to be able to see when Coach McDermott came in 2017, and he was so clear about his vision and where this team is going. And now I get the absolute privilege to watch every Sunday and communicate with all of you and just see that vision coming to life. So, ultimately, I always want to get a Super Bowl for Buffalo. The fans deserve it so much. That's always my goal and dream. But just watching this team go from strength to strength and seeing, especially some of those rookies when I was there, like Deion Dawkins and Josh Allen, just watching them absolutely shine.
Yeah, and it's been so fun to see the Bills re-sign so many of their own. You spoke about Josh Allen, but it's also Terrell Bernard, Greg Rousseau, and Khalil Shakir as well. March is Women's History Month. I want to know, how do you empower women through all the work you do with football?
I think it's a really great question because I think for a lot of us, you don't actually necessarily feel like you're intentionally going out to empower people. You're just doing the right thing. And so for me, whether it's creating coaching clinics, I'm going to do a camp this summer across Europe to literally bring the elite coaching side to places that maybe don't necessarily get it. But if we look at International Women's Day and the theme for this entire month, it's all about accelerate action. So what can we do to make sure that we're really making a difference? And the time is now. The time is now to be able to change and educate and have these maybe tough conversations at times. But I look around the league, I see what's happening with women in sport and how many more females are involved within coaching and scouting and in all these different areas. And it makes me so proud to feel like I've truly seen from the beginning to where we are now and the future. So we just need more amazing women like yourself, kind of highlighting and building everyone up. But I think all of us play a really great role in terms of how we empower each other and cheer each other on. I think that's probably the biggest things. Compliment each other, share the success of each other. That for me is really what's empowering.
Yeah, you're so right. And thank you so much, Phoebe. I mean, since you were a part of the Bills coaching staff in 2018, it has blown up with how we've seen women involved in coaching roles and in coaching positions. It's been awesome to see how that's grown. What is your hope for women, for people, as we look at Women's History Month right now?
I think my hope ultimately is that everyone feels like they can achieve anything that they put their mind to. I love that we have a month and a specific day that celebrates women, but we can celebrate women all year long and the great achievements and the barriers that are being broken. We talk about it so much in the fact of, yeah, it's important to be the first, but what's more important is making sure that you're not the last and leaving this legacy, sending the elevator back down. None of us got to where we are without the help of others. So creating almost that pathway and mentorship going forwards of really just helping the next person. So that's my hope, is we keep building each other up and then we just take over. That's basically it.
I love that. I like to say, there's more than one seat at the table for women. Sometimes you look around and you think, oh, there's only one of me in this coaching role. There can only be one female here. And it's like, no, as you said, send the elevator back down. There's room for more than one woman inside of these halls, whether it's a football team, whether it's a basketball team, sports at large. It's been awesome to see women take over, and I hope they continue to do so. Phoebe, thank you so much for the time. Amazing to see all that you're doing. Wait, before we go, I've got to ask you, you and F.A. Obata helped the king learn how to throw a football? Take me through this. Amazing.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know what my life is sometimes. I'll be honest. We got to teach Prince William in the fall, and then right after Super Bowl, His Royal Highness the King came to Tottenham where you guys played. And yeah, FA and we had this very strange moment of thinking, what are we doing here? We're teaching the King of England to throw this football, but he was great. He kept his hand in his pocket, very posh, and he had such a rocket arm on him when he threw it. I mean, he was the nicest man, so jolly, and what an honor and privilege to be able to do something like that. Two of us Bills people.
I love that. How cool. What a cool moment. I love seeing that pop up on my timeline. I was like, no way. That is such an awesome moment in time for Phoebe. Phoebe, thanks again. Appreciate the time and best of luck on all your endeavors and all the places you're traveling to this off season.
Thank you so much.